Good morning, good morning. Actually, I think it's good afternoon. Happy Sunday. I hope everyone is enjoying their day. I am planting some of my outdoor annual flower pots and thought that I would come on while I'm doing this to share a few tips and tricks for those of you that may be interested in this. I have a brand new big pot here that I bought. I know you can't see the whole pot, but it's a large pot. I have fresh new potting soil in here. But one of the tips is, because this is such a big pot, so that I wouldn't have to fill this entire thing with potting soil, because that would be a lot of soil. I kind of used the pots or the little cell containers that the plants came in to put in there, a few soda bottles. You can use old pool noodles, cutting them up and putting them in here just to take up space so that you don't have to fill the entire pot with soil. Not only does it become heavy, but it's a lot of soil that you would have to put in there. So putting those objects in there take up space, and then I fill it in with potting soil around it so it doesn't need so much soil. Another tip that I have, I like to do those thriller, filler, and spiller techniques in these pots. I already put my spiller in, which the name of this, I don't know if I've ever used this, is Scaevola. I hope that I'm pronouncing that right. Scaevola. And the color is Scampy White. But this is the draping. It has a draping growing habit, which would be the spiller in a pot. And sometimes you buy those tiny little cell packets that are just so small, you have to wait a while for it to grow. So we all know that I'm impatient. I like to have bigger items when I'm putting them in my pot so I can see instant color and the beauty of the pot. And sometimes what you can do is buy a ready-made hanging plant, which is what this was. This is half of it. It had 3 plants in this. I took off the hanger of this pot, turned it upside down, took this out, and I carefully cut because I can see where the 3 plants were planted in this. And I used my garden shovel to cut. So I'm going to be able to put this in 2 more containers as well. So I'm going to put this on the side. But the one piece I already put in here, and you can see it's already big. It's beautiful. And I don't know if you're like me, it takes me a while to decide on the colors that I'm doing. Every year I like to do a different color combination. This is in the front of my house. This year we are doing light pinks, hot pinks, and purples. So some of the plants that I have here, are my pink, what do you call these? Geraniums. So I have quite a few of these. I have a daisy plant. This was actually a leftover one that I bought for another area, but I had one more left over, so I'm going to put it in here because it's the perfect color. I also have hot pink Gerber daisies. These are so gorgeous. I'm thinking these may read red on camera, but they are a beautiful hot pink color. And another spiller that I have is these Million Bells. These come in a lot of different colors, and again, they have a habit of growing down. So I have this white here, and on the side I'm also going to put this because it will grow over the side of the pot. I just love these colors. Is anyone else planting today? We went yesterday. We had terrible rains here yesterday, so everything is nice and wet. We went to the plant store in the rain, which was kind of cool, if you don't mind getting wet. We dressed properly and went and bought all the flowers. I started planting a little bit yesterday, and then I says, okay, I'll finish up the rest tomorrow. So this is a low one I'm putting in the front. Again, this is going to spill over, and this, what did I say it's called? Scaevola is also draping over. So that's in the front of my pot. The taller ones, like I know geraniums are tall ones, so I'm going to put some of these in the back. You can see these are already well established. See their roots? And what you do before you put them in the soil is just tickle their roots. You want to be gentle in this, but this is just so that when you put them in the new soil, they'll start to spread out and take quickly. You can clip off any yellow leaves, or if any of these flowers are spent, this has a lot of new buds on it. So I'm going to put 2 of these in the back here, again, because I know that these are going to be tall. Make a little hole, put my soil around it, and I will fully wet this again when it's all planted. I'm gonna get another one of these. And you can see that this flower is already done flowering. So as not to waste the plant's energy, it's not so easy to clip these off when I have my gloves on. But I will just take that off and deadhead them. And you'll continue to do that all season. As you see flowers look like this, you just want to clip them off so that the energy goes into the new buds that will flower. I'm going to put that next to this one. Put that in there, and already the green is so full already. So these pots are going to fill up pretty quickly. So far I have 4 plants in here. Then I'm going to take one of these Gerber daisies. Take that out of the pot. Again, you can see the roots on here. I'm going to take off any of these dead leaves. Just pick them off. They come off very easily. And the reason is you want all of the plant's energy to go to new growth. And you can see one of these flowers is done too. Gerber daisies have a little bit thicker stems, but I'm just going to clip that off, take that off, and there's all new growth in there. There's new buds. I'm gonna put this, because this is kind of a tall one too, I'm gonna put that right in front of my geraniums. Make a little hole after I tickled its roots so that the roots will grow very easily into the soil around it. Take some soil back, press it in. We are good. And actually, I don't know where I can fit this daisy, but I'd love to put this in here. Now this is a larger pot, and I can see, again, that there's 3 plants planted in here. So I'm going to show you what I do to separate this. This is like too big to put the entire thing into this pot. So I'm going to take the pot off. And you can see all those roots. This has a lot of roots. And I don't know if you can see closely where it's planted, but I can see that there are 3 plants in here. So what I'm going to do is take my shovel and I'm going to cut around that first plant that I see planted. So I'm going to get 3 plants out of this. And oftentimes this can be economical. If I'm buying this, I don't remember what I paid for this, but I'm getting 3 plants out of this one pot. And then just pull it apart. See, I have 2 more here that I'm going to put into, I may put one on this side and one on that side. But see how it is when I cut it? And that's one whole plant. So I'm going to move this white one over a little bit. This is going with my whole color scheme, pink, hot pink, and purples. I'm making myself a nice hole. I'm just doing that with my gloved hand. This kind of work is not good on the manicures. And I'm going a little bit deeper with this because these are tall and I don't want them to flop over. So I want to be able to get the dirt around them to hold it stable. And I'm just going to push the soil in here. And look at that. I have like actually a complete full pot already. And this is a very large pot. I'm hoping that you can see this well. But see, I have the hot pink Gerber daisy. I have the pink geraniums. Oops. Remember to deadhead the spent flowers. You don't want wasted energy going to everything that's bloomed already. I have that, I keep forgetting the name of this, Scaevola as my draping over, as well as my Million Bells. They are just going to be prolific growers and spill over the pots. My pots broke from last year that I had quite a few years of, and I need one more for up here. These are my front steps. I need one more pot, but I wanted to get this one done. And I was hoping to give my little tips and tricks that may help you while you're planting your pots. I thought that I was going to be able to put one more in here. You know what? I think I will. I'm going to make another hole over here to put the other half of that daisy. Now remember, I said that I took that out of the pot, and there were 3 plants planted in this. I don't even think I need my shovel to break this apart. I break this apart, and now I have 2 separate plants. I'll be able to put that somewhere else, but I'm going to put one in here as well. And since these are tall, and you can see how it's trying to flop over, I'm going to make this hole deep so that I could really gather soil around it to prevent it from falling over. And now I will just push the soil back with my hands very gently. And he is in there good. So I have the daisies on both sides, the geraniums, which are going to get taller. Oh, I see one of my geranium stems broke in half here. So all I'm going to do is clip that off. My Gerber daisies are going to get tall. My geraniums are going to get tall. This is just going to get bigger and flow over the side, as well as the Million Bells. And my daisies will become nice and full and compacted. And remember, you don't have to use soil to fill this entire huge pot. Use whatever you have, whether it's recyclable soda bottles, pool noodles, the plastic left over from what you buy your plants in, all to take up space so that you don't have to use so much new soil in these new pots. So that was my planting tips for today. I have quite a few more pots to do in the backyard, but I thought that I would come on and share how I do my front pots here. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Please subscribe to my channel and give a like to this video if this is the content that you like to see, so that I know that I can post more of it. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Thanks so much. Enjoy this beautiful day and happy planting. Talk to you soon.